Well, here's another afterthought video. I bought a plant in a pot this size, and this is the top, but I got it for 50 cents because it broke off at the base of the soil. So I took the tomato out of that pot, which was kind of root bound, and I put the roots in a pot. They're still very alive, but I'm not seeing any buds at the top yet, but it did heal. And then the top, I put it in a bottle and I rooted it. And of course, I didn't show you the roots, but they were over 2 to 3 inches long. Very rooted, and the plant's still very healthy. So I took my 50-cent tomato plant and I planted it in a container. Then I made 2 holes in the bottom, and it's got an old coffee filter in there that got thrown in the compost, and I reused it, and it looks great. It's been in there for about an hour, and that's when it hit me, Sherry, you didn't do a video about rooting broken tomato stems or cuttings. So effectively what you can do is make one tomato plant into many. In fact, if we look close here, this is potential root growth right there. As long as it stays dry enough, they won't go any further. But in a damp climate, and say this was drooping over, the roots would hit the ground and save the greenery above it so that it could keep growing. And because of that little habit, we can make more tomato plants. In fact, this little guy in here is a bud, and that'll shoot out another stem, and that could be made into another tomato plant. It can be left on as a sucker or a branch, or there's another one. Every leaf node has one of these little buds coming out. And this tomato plant even started to produce flower buds. So it's kind of early for flower buds. They're not going to be very big tomatoes, and it's just going to sap the energy. So for now, we're just going to ignore it. I might pick them off tomorrow, I don't know. But it's very healthy. So we took our Brandywine tomato, which is a very beefy tomato, and they wanted $2 at the discount store for it, but because it snapped off and they were going to throw it away, they were willing to sell it to me for 50 cents. And I said, sold. So we went from this size to that to this. And I needed a container this big because this is all roots, 2 to 3 inches long, spread out all over the stem. So I needed a container that big. I know, you wanted to see the roots. Well, hopefully we'll be doing this again. Hope you try something, and please leave a comment. Thank you.